Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett, and today I am going to be doing another review, and this one is on the Philips Hue Go Portable Dimmable Light. So as far as this goes, this is a very cool thing to look at, and I highly recommend, if you do have a Philips Hue system, you do need to seriously take a look at buying this. This is a must in my opinion. Now, with all that being said, what's the big thing about this, and what differs this from a color light, a simple color light? Now, as far as the internals, because the lid on mine, it popped off, it fell off the side of the bed, the lid, the energy from the fall caused the top of the lid come off. Very easy fix. I was able to just, pop it right back on and whatever. But I took a quick look at it. Should have took a picture of it for you guys. But it's the same internals as the color light itself, with obviously power and all the others. But it's just the color light into itself. So that's just a big thing that you need to note. A lot of it's just hollow space, as you may be able to guess, but it's just a color thing on the bottom. So with that one in mind, what makes this thing worthwhile is the portability and the usability of it. Instead of it being tied to one light fixture, you're able to move it around. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my previous video on this, I will be using the following application, the Chrome Hue application, to change the color of this light like everything else. And as far as this goes, if we take a look at this and just change the color around, we can mess with it whatever color we want. Now, it's important to note that with the third generation compared to the previous generation lights, I really haven't been able to see much of a difference at all. I honestly, some people are saying the blues are more blue, the other colors are more whatever color. I'm not really sure if this is going to look good or bad on the camera itself, but the blues are more blue or something like that. Okay, but I honestly cannot tell the difference myself, but it's whatever it may be. And you might notice that it's very fluent. I'm able to do whatever command I want to, and it's able to put out. So it's just like the color lights, but it has the portability. Now, with that one in mind, there is some negative things to this. One, the bottom part, it's not easy to set up with the actual plug-in. I wish they actually moved the actual plug-in part anywhere other than where it would be sitting down. Other than that, one thing I really wish that it did is maybe had 2 feet in front instead of because basically this is a bowl with a little stopper thing right here. I honestly wouldn't know what you want to call it, but it's just basically resting on an edge of the bowl. It should have like 2 little feet, just a little indent or something that would catch it on a table, because I've had it where this thing would just fall back because of that, because it has nothing to really catch itself on. That's really it. But the thing to note with this is, again, like I said, it is portable. I tend to keep mine plugged in all the time, use as a desk light, but it has the button where if you press it, then it changes to some settings, as you saw there, and then if you press and hold it, it dims, and then it turns off, and then if you press it again, then it turns back on. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to deal with. The one thing to note is other than this bottom part itself and the plug being right there where it would be sitting, the other than that, it's perfectly fine. In fact, again, I would highly recommend this if you do have a Philips Hue system into it. So now, as far as things goes, how do you connect this device to your system? So how exactly does this actually work? The manual is very clear. Again, this is very user friendly, but the thing to note is if you're going to link up another light bulb to this hub, the hub has to obviously be connected to a network, and from there the hub itself, if a light bulb is close enough where it can see the network itself and it can get connected, the hub will automatically see it, and then whenever you go into your account, you can just go ahead and connect it to the hub officially. So the hub will simply see the light bulb right there, and then you just tell it to, yes, it's okay to control this, and then you go from there. And you can add the actual light bulb itself if you have problems. There's troubleshoot methods. It's fairly straightforward, very easy, paint by numbers type of deal. So this is something to note. It's very easy to deal with, but you don't have to do any weird tricks to get the thing working. Just make sure the light bulb or device or whatever you're trying to connect to it is powered on, and there you go. Now, it's important to note that not all light bulbs, not all smart switches will work with this. So you need to note what works with this before you go that route. Now, lastly, as far as that goes, controlling this remotely, again, you just need to note that to control it remotely, you need to connect to accounts. There's also IFTTT and a few other methods, but most logical is you need to connect to the account. So this means that if you're not on the same network, then you won't be able to control it unless if you're controlling through the account itself. So with that one in mind, hopefully this has helped you out. And if you do have any questions on this or anything else, then feel free to let me know, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. And feel free to leave a like and whatnot, and I'll see you next video. Hope you have a great day.